Are you great at staring contests?
I mean, if I can like cover the one that works, yeah.
Oh, that's it.
But otherwise, no, this baby's sensitive.
What's your vision?
20/20 out of the one.
Your working eye is 20/20?
Yeah, she's perfect.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.
Welcome to Tosh Show. Daniel Tosh, Eddie Gossling.
What's up, bud?
Daddy-in-law. He's not here, but he just got back with us. We went to Vegas this past weekend. You have a good time, Eddie?
I did always have a good time.
Man, I learned something about my father-in-law this weekend.
I love when you learn something new.
I never think it's possible to learn something so new every time I hang out with him. But every time I hang out with him, I'm kind of giddy because I know eventually something's going to happen that I'm just not going to be prepared for. And sure enough, we were watching a college football game, sitting on the couch. He's leaning forward, and I go, his skin is really pale in the back. And then I'm like, no, that's not his skin. That's his undershirt.
Uh-huh.
Okay? But why I thought it was his skin was because it was so taut.
Right.
It wasn't like a shirt. It was so taut. It wasn't his outer shirt. It was his undershirt.
Uh-huh.
And it was tucked into his underwear. And I go, oh, no. This must have been an accident. And he goes, what are you doing? And I'm like holding him forward. I'm getting my phone to take a photo of this. And then he starts yelling at me. He goes, I'm not giving you consent. What? I'm like, what? I'm not assaulting you. I'm just going to get a photo of it and talk about it on the show. He goes, you can't show a photo of me without my consent. I go, yes, I can. It's the person who takes the photo that has to give the agreement, and and it's my phone. And he goes, no, but you can't just take a photo. I go, yes, I can. You're in my place.
Yeah, it's true.
I can do whatever I want in my place.
You licensed that photo.
Anyway, it was my hotel room, so I'm leaning him forward. He's resisting and saying, stop it. And he goes, you're not going to talk about it. I go, well, then you know, if you're embarrassed, then you know that this isn't something to do. He's like, I always tuck my T-shirt into my underwear. I go, no. You tuck your shirt into your pants, your undershirt into your pants, and your outer shirt is out. That's nice. Then you don't ever. But now I'm just seeing underwear and a shirt that smells like ass.
Fecal matter's in that.
I don't.
All bankers do this, or just
No, I don't know what it is.
All right,
That's goofy.
goofy's that's a good word.
There's no reason. There's no reason to tuck your undershirt into your underwear.
None.
I thought he was pranking me at first. So yeah, so the rest of the trip, whenever I came out of my room, I had my T-shirt tucked into my underwear, and I had my underwear pulled up as high as I could.
Man, you're the worst person to do something embarrassing around.
I don't think he thought it was embarrassing until I started wrestling him to take a photo of.
Yeah, then he's like, oh no.
Oh. Ed, I gotta thank you.
Thank me. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you're
I
welcome.
watched that series you recommended, Chad Powers.
Oh yeah, Chad Powers.
Okay. Delightful.
So funny.
Chad Powers, 6 episodes. So I thought that was a good thing for me to wrap my head around. I was kind of confused why they would go with Powers when there's already Kenny Powers.
I was too, absolutely.
And it's kind of the same like inbreedy dumb type of character that's being played.
Powers,
So
right.
I thought Powers was a bold move to do that. But man, there was a couple cold opens in that show that were just hysterical. I mean, like crying, laughing. I was crying. Where the fly got under his makeup,
like
and the cop or the guy that was dropping off the stuff. Are you a fly person?
You're a fly man.
You a fly man? I was just tickled.
Uh,
I was tickled at that. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's worth it. It's 6 episodes, but it's funny. There's some real fun. And Eddie gave me the tip. Make sure you put the subtitles on because he's going to do a dumb water boy voice.
the voice like they do.
Did you come from the woods? You know what's funny about that show too? So you watch a show and then you're like, who are these people? The daughter of it, I find out, oh my goodness, she's really good in this. She's really funny. She's married to Mark Sanchez.
Oh, great.
So she's got this new show. She's seen as this comedic actor, and she's having a moment, and then her dipshit husband pulls off this fucking colossal fuck up for whatever,
Heist of
a
the century.
cocaine deal gone bad and stabbing. And they just had twins, apparently. Now, I know Mark Sanchez's original baby mama. I know that girl. She's been, in our friend groups for years. That's just fun to watch a show and then find out who the people are. And then like, oh no, look what they're going through right now. I just thought they were hysterical. But there's a line where she says, "Did you just come from the woods?" And it got me so good because her reaction was so honest. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Did you just walk from the
He
woods?
did just walk in from...
There's some scenes in that show that are funny. The one thing that you always have to remember when you're watching a comedy like Chad Powers is, oh yeah, he really had to sit in makeup for 3 to 6 hours every day
Yeah.
to do that.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, then it's not worth it. Well, what if they paid you, all the money in the world and it was so hysterical? I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you would hate that.
That would be my nightmare.
Right.
So I'm so glad that someone does it, but I would never, ever, want to do that. That is just a horrible day. Somebody just touching around your eyes for hours.
Yeah, making cheeks. Just
Oh.
everything about it.
There's just something about like somebody touching you like that where you're just like, no. It's like the sketch Tim Robinson does in the mall where he's like,
Yeah.
get the shit off me.
Too much shit.
I don't want to be around. It goes to a dark place.
Right. Such a great idea. And then you're like, no.
That's
this is
a bad
awful.
idea. Yeah. Anyway, good show, funny show. Yeah, I'm mad how they wrapped it up. Like, oh, okay, so this is going to keep on going forever? Great. That's dumb. It shouldn't have been a movie, but it should have just been like 5 episodes and
Limited
20
series.
minutes each. What's that?
Limited series.
Yeah, everybody wants to, create. Everybody wants to be successful for so long. Just do something for a little bit and then be done with it.
Yeah. Let it go.
You know what? It's on me. I just have to watch shows and then stop watching them
Yeah.
when they turn and never watch them again.
True. That's true.
That's on me.
Just bail.
Like this show we haven't found our groove yet, but we will.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, and when we do, we will beat that drum. They say the R word all the time in that show.
Yeah.
That's not for me, and certainly not for today's guest. Enjoy.
Tosh Show.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It is the holiday season, the best time of year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It is all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. That's Prize Picks. New feature alert, Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Tonight, we've got the heated Orlando. Powell is shooting 50% from the field, so choose more points. Heat have the number 2 ranked defense in the league, so choose less points for Franz Wagner. That's Franz and not his dumb brother Moritz. You choose anything with Moritz, that's on you. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code TOSH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code TOSH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. This year, I'm making it easy on my loved ones and buying my gift for myself. And it's Superpower. Superpower is a new kind of health platform that helps you finally get answers about what's really happening inside your body and what to do about it. One simple lab test measures 100 plus biomarkers, hormones, metabolism, vitamins, minerals, thyroid, heart health, and more. Then you'll get a full health report and a personalized action plan built by clinicians, including nutrition, supplement, and lifestyle guidance. I know you're thinking it sounds selfish to get myself a gift, but let me remind you that I am significantly older than my wife, so anything that keeps me around longer is a gift to the whole family. Most companies like this charge thousands of dollars, but with Superpower, it's just $199 per year. And wait for it, for a limited time, our listeners are getting an additional $20 off with code TAKE20. Head to superpower.com and use code TAKE20 at checkout for $20 off your membership. After you sign up, they'll ask you how you heard about them. Please make sure to mention that you heard about them on this podcast to support the show. That's Tosh Show.
Tosh Show.
My guest today is undoubtedly the most talented one-eyed teacher you've ever come across. She believes the children are our future, but will never keep them after class because that's when she makes viral videos in her classroom. Please welcome special education teacher, fashion influencer, and disability advocate, Mrs. Sunshine.
Hi.
Did I mention she has one eye? First question I ask all my guests, how did you lose your eye?
Well, we got to take it back like 25 years. I was 5 years old fighting with my younger brother. He was 3, so it's like he wasn't trying to get my eye. And it was about who would sweep our grandmother's front porch. We're fighting over a broom.
You both wanted to sweep?
I know we were great kids. I know.
Love this.
I know. We're just servants to the grandmother. So we're pulling on either side of a broom. The broom comes apart. Like the ye old brooms, we had to screw them in, you know, the like wood to metal. Just strips it, and then I pull it into my own face.
Okay.
Yeah. Brother goes and hides in the woods, so.
Is he still there?
No, but my Nana did have to go find him when the eye deflated because she was like, we gotta go. But mind you, we're on a mountain in a cabin.
Where?
So, Wyoming.
Uh-huh.
So we had to drive down the mountain to get to the nearest hospital, but he was afraid. So he did hide in the woods for probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Sorry that happened to you. I mean, just awful. Had you not lived in Wyoming, had this accident happened in Los Angeles and you were steps away from Cedars, would have the outcome been the same? Could have those doctors potentially been able to save your eye?
So I actually didn't live in Wyoming. I lived in Los Angeles. My mom was a model, so she would send us off to our grandma's house in the summer so she could work because she was single mothering it. So I did actually get my eye seen about at Cedars-Sinai. It's where I had 12 of my surgeries.
Okay.
And yeah, so they did everything they could. And
But in the moment of Wyoming, was there something like, oh, had you been here right at this moment, we could have done something different?
Honestly, probably, because the local hospital had to just like numb me up and send me to go to Utah because they couldn't do anything for me. So it was a drive there and then a drive all the way to Salt Lake City where my mom had like flown in to meet us. So that was many hours.
This is what I say to people when they start whining about California. It's like, I know Los Angeles has a million strikes against it, fine. But when shit hits the fan, God, you want our doctors.
We got good doctors here.
How bad does your brother feel for life about it?
Well, for the longest time, probably till middle school, he thought that he hit me in the face with the broom because we just never talked about it much. I was never allowed to blame him. My mom was like, that was an accident. No, this was just like
Your mom's
how
good.
it happened. No,
Your mom's good for that.
She was a great mom. But he did internalize that for a while until in high school. I was like, I pulled on it. I was stronger than you. I was 5, you were 3. What, you're holding on to that still? And he was at that point. And then I think he kind of released after that. It did help once I started making content online about the eye. And it was like a whole side hustle. Then he was like, Sunshine, come on. Give me a good birthday gift, you know.
I do blame someone. It's your grandmother's fault.
She was talking on the phone.
Because I have 2 little kids. I got almost a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. And I watch them all the time when they play. If they're yanking on something, I'm knock it off. I know how this ends. You knock helicopter parenting, but you don't know how much it prevents.
Till someone loses an eye.
Till someone loses an eye. Now, are you one of these people, and I say it like that with that tone, that's like, if I could go back and change it, I wouldn't because it's shaped who I am as a person, or would you immediately change it?
I would not change it.
Ugh.
It's, but hear me out. Hear me out.
I
It's
can't.
cute. At this point, it's like, it's part of my brand.
I get it. I get all of that, but knock it off.
It's true. It's true. But if you would have asked me in middle school or high school, honestly, halfway through college, I would have said yes immediately. Because I hated it.
You were way smarter back then, is what I'm learning.
I was way more insecure back then.
Nah. Agree to disagree. But the amount of things that I would change in my life if I could, all I do is replay everything that I've ever done and go, I wish I would have done this different. I don't care how it's affected me now.
I mean, I got like eyeball options. Not many people can say that.
I know. We all can get to that point. I just have to take a pen and do
High
something
price to
horrible.
pay.
I know. By the way, you say that in middle school, high school. Kids were awful.
Yeah, of course.
It's just horrible.
Yeah, you look different. You are visibly disabled. Like you're mocked, you're teased, called a freak. So it's hard to like that part of yourself when people around you have made you feel very negatively towards it.
I wonder if your mom felt like this like weird thing because like she was a model and known for her outward beauty. And then this tragedy happens to her daughter who's beautiful. And then you're like, oh.
I think I internalized it more when I was like hormonal because my mom had always been like the hot mom she was very beautiful. And I felt like I couldn't measure up. I also did child modeling until I lost the eye. And then I was no longer doing that. So there was that kind of, that's what I'm saying. I would have been a totally different person had I not lost the eye.
I know.
But
it would have been awesome, huh?
My mom did go out of her way to, like, she threw me a prosthetic eye party when I had my first prosthetic. She bolstered my confidence as much as she could as a parent, but there's only so much combating a mom's love can do.
What do you say to people when they stare?
I just let them, or I'll, like, tap it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the tapping's a good move.
It's a great one.
That's a power move.
It's a good one. Usually to like the grown-ups, if it's a little kid, I'll give a wave. But the grown-ups, if they're locked in, they're getting a tap.
I mean, but now at this point they're staring because it's like a
Looks like a contact or a sticker. I've asked how I got a sticker on my eye before.
or a tattoo. Do they do that?
Only when I have the sclera, not white. The sclera is the whites of the eyes. I have some that are like a red iris with a black sclera, and they're like, "How'd you get that tattooed?" And I was like, "Well, it started with a broom to my face."
The eye, your glass eye, it kind of tracks with your other eye.
Mhm.
It is moving this almost the same constantly.
Yeah, that's called the range of movement. Everyone's prosthetic will have a different range of movement. Mine is still limited. Like if I go all the way over here, it won't be able to,
but
or
it's
like
still-
over there.
I mean,
'Cause I
I
have
think
muscles in the eye back there.
it doesn't seem like a wonky eye where it's like out to,
Yeah, no, it's not like cockeyed or whatever is the inner
No.
one. No.
it's pretty
okay.
remarkable because every time it moves, I'm like, oh, it's moving, it's following exactly where you're looking. If you didn't have a star on it, I don't think I would know.
Well, you think that, but
Okay.
when it does actually match, it gives like uncanny valley because it doesn't look exactly the same and it doesn't move exactly the same. So when your attention is drawn to the fact that, whoa, something's a little off, it just derails what you'll focus on. And most people do look at the eyes when they talk to people, so it would just be clocked as a lazy eye most of the time. No one thought I had two working eyes.
Or they thought you didn't have a soul.
Yeah, sold half of it. I don't know.
Can you legally drive?
Yes. As long as this eye maintains, I can drive.
Are you a bad driver because you are a woman?
No, my husband would argue I'm a bad driver because I drive like a crazy person with I do the old nut weeveling where you just vroom, vroom when people are slow. Honestly, I probably shouldn't do that. The
I'm a
depth
slow
perception is a
driver.
little off. I would be,
Do you get handicap parking?
I can.
You don't?
I'm lazy.
Ugh.
I
You
know.
You don't have to pay meters in LA if you have the placard.
I mean, that's pretty
Are
good.
you serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just for like that
No,
front.
you can park in any meter unpaid.
I'm calling my primary
Do it.
tonight.
Do it. How is your depth perception with one eye?
Shitty.
Is it?
It's real bad. I've got the fat bruise on my shin right now from just like walking into my own desk at like Mach 9 trying to get the phone, and it was bad.
Do you remember life before that? Do you remember your vision before?
Not at all. It's why I think losing well, if you're gonna lose an eyeball, do it as a kid because you won't remember what it's like to be fully sighted.
Do you sleep with the prosthetic on?
Yes.
In?
Some people have to take it out. Some people are supposed to leave it in. Mine is supposed to always be in.
Is it more comfortable to not have one in?
No, for me, it's more comfortable to always have one in. I have a
Okay.
very sensitive little baby under there.
Kids, are kids bad or good to you now?
Good.
Do you encourage them to ask questions or anything or no?
Yeah. So with my students, one of the first things I do when introducing and like the get to know you day, the 1st day of school, I do very openly talk about my eye. I have light covers in my room, so I do state that those are my accommodations. I teach in an inclusive setting, so it also like opens the door to talking about what you need in a way that's positive. And I don't open the floor to questions in that moment, but since I brought up the eye, I show a couple of the eyes on the little PowerPoint. the kids know that they can comfortably ask me about it. And
Okay.
some do, and they're like, no offense, miss, but blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not offended. I do this for fun. It's because I think it's a fun thing. So they do feel comfy asking me about it. Random kids in the street will just like point and stare.
Uh-huh.
So,
Do you believe in ghosts?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do.
It's just,
Spirits.
it was
something.
just something you saw in a blind spot, and you're like, I don't know what that was.
No, I sleep with the lights on sometimes. I just don't trust it.
Really?
Yeah,
Ugh.
from time to time. Scary movie has me feeling some type of way.
Do you like seeing scary movies?
Sometimes I'm coming around to it, slowly but surely.
I'm not allowed to watch them. Sunshine. Is that your birth name?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Your mom named you Sunshine?
Not because of hippiness, but her father's name was Sunny.
Oh.
Mhm.
I have a friend, their daughter's name is Sunny.
It's a good name. She knew it
Uh-huh.
would be my nickname.
Is your nickname Sunny?
Mhm.
That's pretty good. Mine's Dan the Mustard Man. Not so good.
That's a long nickname.
It's a real long nickname. How did you get into having more creative eyes than your traditional match?
So I first wanted a fun eye when I was in high school, but my mom didn't want to foot the bill because if I didn't like it, there was no going back. My ocularist would have made me a green eye. So it would have been like custom, fun, not matching. So that didn't happen. When I got to my mid-20s and I paid for my very first eye all on my own, I did have finally the like bravery to go for the green eye. And my theory was that people would focus on the color being different instead of the movement being funky. And that was 100% what happened. Everyone started complimenting my eye, noticing it, saying that it was heterochromia, which was what it looked like. And so that kind of started my fun eye journey. And then from there, since I was posting about it online, I got connected with Rachel McKinsley and Christina. Rachel has one eye, Christina makes the eyes. And so they wanted me to come out. Christina wanted to make me a fun eye. And I was like, Ricky, you're going with me because I'm going to go meet people from the internet. And this is, who knows? So we flew out and it ended up being amazing. These women are now some of my best friends and we're on a nonprofit together. So we're like supporting other people getting fun eyes as well.
How many eyes do you have?
I have 24 at this point.
How expensive are they?
One of my best friends makes them. So I know I got the bestie discount.
Where's your best friend located?
Portland, Oregon.
Of course they are.
Center for Ocular Prosthetics.
You can't
They're great.
you can't not be in Portland and do that
Yeah.
type of art.
It's perfect.
Do you call it art?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I've painted my own eye.
Is this all she does?
She does matching eyeballs as well, but her passion is for fun custom prosthetic eyes because it's more empowering.
And how much business does she get?
Oh, she's booked through a year and a half. She's wildly busy, does very well.
Do you have to get it sized exactly?
Yes. So a mold is taken of your like eye hole space, whatever you got working with in there.
Can I see your brain in there? Is that how it works?
No,
Okay.
no. I have a little damaged eye. Some people don't have an eye at all, but even then they have scar tissue, not
Okay.
like brain.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to take a mold, and then from that mold that they take from this burny, silicone type stuff, they then are able to have a like pressed mold for the eye. I don't make
Okay.
them. I don't know the legal terms.
I got you. Does insurance cover it?
Insurance will cover about 80%. The good insurances of matching prosthetic eyes, they don't touch custom eyes, which is unfortunate. So if you
Well.
want a custom one, you got to pay out of pocket.
Which is what?
Typically like $1,000 to $5,000.
I mean, if you told me that's what an eye costs, I'd be like, well, it's a fucking eye. You know, it's
Mhm.
gonna.
And it takes them hours to paint. It's a laborious process.
How often do you switch your eyes out?
For videos, more often than like every day changing. This is my most comfortable eye, so I will default wear this eye. And then if I've got a fun event, I will put an eye in to match with the outfit.
Do you have uncomfortable eyes?
Yeah.
Can you like just shave them down in a corner and be like, all right,
Yes.
that'll feel better?
Yeah, but my girl is in Portland, so to adjust my eyes, I have to fly to Portland,
Uh-huh.
and then
Can't you say
it's
just
a whole
make them all
process.
match this one?
it's tricky because I have a very sensitive socket, and they're all hand carved. So if even the slight like isn't perfect,
Yeah.
I'll feel it. And since I'm not there when she's making it to do the quick adjustments, I'll typically go visit, hang out with my friends out there, bring like 5 eyes, and then get adjustments on them.
And you brought some of your fun eyes here?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Do you ever let anyone else wear your eyes?
No. So, okay, some people do have similar socket shapes,
Uh-huh.
and I do have a socket twin, but to me that just feels that's like spitting in each other's mouths. That's gross.
I was gonna say that's kind of hot.
See, but some people would think that.
You want me to touch it?
I mean, I'd wash them before I put them in my face.
Well,
Yeah.
this has been in your hole?
Yep.
Oh.
It's been in my hole.
Because I can't put contacts in. It always drives me nuts. And I
Yeah.
hate when makeup is put on my eyes. It drives me
Oh.
nuts. So I wouldn't do well with this, right? Or would I just get used to it?
You'd get used to it. It takes a minute to get used to the funkiness of it. If makeup gets on my prosthetic, it hurts, but it sucks. So I have to like take it out and then clean it. And I also can't put contacts on this eye. It gives me the heebie-jeebies to even go near it.
Uh-huh.
But you don't like, okay, it sounds weird, but you don't see it coming. So you
That helps?
It helps, yeah.
Have you ever accidentally poked your own non-existent eye?
Yeah, it hurts if I accidentally with my nail because I'll like use my finger to pop it in and out.
You ever wear a eye patch?
Very rarely.
Are they not cool?
I've got a weird sensory thing about things touching my face. It's not
Okay.
my favorite. So I have worn them in the past because one of my girlfriends does make really awesome eye patches and I wanted to test them out for her, make a little video about it. And so I wore it in Japan to kind of see the way that people react to eye patch versus fun prosthetic. And if it could
Yeah, but you're
endure.
you're a Westerner girl in Japan. They're going to react to you regardless.
Yeah, but you'd think when I was on an e-scooter out there, they cared more about the scooter than the eye or anything else.
No, well, now you went techie. They love tech.
Yeah,
Oh, they love tech.
I don't think people use new scooters out there.
I like to stereotype everyone. How long am I going to hold these?
I don't know. I was like, you're just having a good time with them.
Well, I'm not. I'm just. By the way, are they delicate? Like if I step on it, is it going to break?
You could drop them; they'd be all right.
I don't want to. I'm just saying. But have you broken an eye before?
I have not, but one of my friends cracked their eye. But she's a little reckless with her eye sometimes.
What about writing stuff in there? Do you have any with a favorite lyric? Maybe maybe some scripture or or
A
something.
little knife on the top. No, I don't have
Stop
anything.
staring, like something like that.
The text would be so small, it'd be hard to make out. But there are people that get like their favorite sports teams stuff on there. So they have like the tiny little text.
Would you consider a Dolphins logo?
No.
Oh,
I don't like sports.
I know, but you know.
So I feel like it'd be
Dolphins are
squandering one of my eye shapes.
Get your eye off my desk. I've always wanted to say that.
That one's my fancy eye. Special occasions.
Can I put it in my eye?
You can try. Oh my God. It's not gonna fit, bro.
I mean, I don't know how to do it.
Dapper Dan.
Beautiful.
I don't.
It looks good.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
I'll wash it.
Do you always have an extra eye on you?
Not always.
Okay.
If I'm wearing my non-comfortable eyes, I will keep a more comfortable backup.
And do you have any like cheapy? Like I have cheapy glasses around my house. Do you have any cheapy eyes?
No, the process that goes into it's all the same.
Yep.
But I do have some that are more expensive because they've got like gems or more precious stuff in it.
I can't believe we can't think of anything like crazy to do to an eye that she hasn't already thought of.
I know, it's
I mean, you said somebody put lights in it, and that's pretty fun.
and like a spider.
Do yours glow in the dark? Any of them?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one will glow a little bit, but you gotta like charge her up.
Can you stare directly at the sun with your bad eye?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a plus.
Well, Donald Trump.
What about like a snow globe kind of fluid in there?
Ooh, a snow
Ooh.
globe.
So Christina has tried that 2 different times. Both times was a flop. It's very tricky. They've not figured that one out yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about like Magic 8 Ball your eye? That
Again,
would be
the
interesting.
like
That'd be neat.
the suspending of stuff.
Just to where we have to,
figuring
like,
it
you
out.
have to look straight up, and then we get
And then
the
give it-
signs point
You'd
to
have to have
yes.
a thick.
Digital.
You'd have to have a thick eyeball for that.
What about a candy eye?
I don't have one like that. That's cool.
So then you pop it. Then instead of tapping it, you just pop it out in front of
Oh,
kids
you mean
and
like
eat it.
real candy?
Yes.
Oh God. I
No, I'm talking about eat it. I'm talking about eating your eye.
feel like you'd be real goopy.
Well, I'm not. Listen, it's
To wear.
it's a one-off. It's like edible.
It's for the bit.
Edible underwear. You don't really.
You don't wear it.
No one gets hungry for edible underwear. It's just something that we know exists.
Yeah, it's like a jawbreaker.
I'm wearing a pair right now. Does your husband have a preference?
Yeah, he has a favorite eye.
Does he prefer you to have an eye in?
Yeah, because otherwise my eyelid just like closes.
How did you meet your husband?
In high school.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
when we were both in high school together. Let me be clear. We were in the same grade.
Uh-huh.
We actually met at like freshman orientation. He was like 3 inches shorter than me at the time of meeting. Thought he had a cute face, but I'm a staggering 5'4", and he was like, so 10th grade swings around. He's taller than me, and I'm just like, done.
That is
That's
so
mine. And then he was like, I have yours.
that is so weird to like know that you knew your husband before he went through puberty.
Yeah, a little bit. And that like me and my best friend talked about which one we were going to get. And like she was like, you're shorter. You can have that one.
Oh.
This is my now husband.
You did a swap, an early wife swap.
We did.
Husband swap. How old were you when you got married?
23.
How many years have you been married? 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's a while.
Mm-hmm.
Forget life that you can't remember when you had both your eyes. You barely can remember life before your husband.
Literally. No clue. I'm always like, babe, you're not allowed to die. I would just like be a spinster at that point. I'm not.
Can you feel people when there's eye contact honing in on your working eye?
I can't tell.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the general vibe. If they went nose, eye, or that eye, I don't know.
I'm always confused with eye contact to begin with because usually when people are talking, I look at their mouth because I don't hear well. So I'm like, oh, I'll cheat a little bit. But now I'm like, oh, where am I supposed to stare? Do you teach in public or private school?
Public.
And yours a special education in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your age range for your kids?
It varies between like 15 to 17. I'll write IEPs when needed for like the 9th graders. So I'll occasionally have a little 13, 14-year-old student that I'm working on their paperwork for, but typically it's my 11th graders.
Were you always drawn to that? You're like, this is what I'm going to teach?
I'm in my 8th year teaching. I bounced around a little bit, but by far, high school is, in my humble opinion, where it's at if you're going to be a teacher, because the worst thing's going to happen is like maybe the kids are like doing drugs or doing something they ought not in a private space on campus, and maybe you get cursed out a little bit. But no one is like absolutely losing their mind the way they do in middle school when hormones start kicking in, like to where they're making very interesting choices and there's like not crying like in elementary school. I don't know how to console a crying child as a teacher because I'm like, I'm not going to hug someone else's child. That's weird.
Well,
like,
you can hug a child.
I don't know.
I help at my kids'
tap.
first grade class all the time, and I'm hugging kids if they need it. Some kids just need it.
I'm just not built to be an elementary school teacher. I'm just like I'm a pat on the head type of gal. You know, like you got it, champ.
Is this a special needs class or not a special?
Inclusion. So that means there's general education students and special education students together, but the kids I teach are considered mild to moderate, so like lower levels of supports.
Mm-hmm.
The ADHD, dyslexia of it all type population. Like you would look in the classroom and not be able to like pinpoint exactly who might be on my caseload.
Are you dyslexic?
Probably, have not been properly diagnosed, but the more that I've progressed as a special education teacher, the more I side eye some of my own things where I'm like, I was a high functioning of certain things.
How much more difficult is it to work in a special education classroom?
It varies. So it definitely depends on the type of students you're working with. So if you're in a moderate to severe classroom, it's entirely different than if you're in a mild to moderate setting.
You're mild to moderate.
Yes,
mild
to
what kind
moderate.
of challenges are your students facing?
Motivation, having performing at significantly below grade level and having to like bolster them into producing grade level work. There's always the writing and documenting of IEP stuff that is something gen ed teachers just don't have to ever touch or worry about. So I don't think it's the most challenging on my end, but I'm also at a school that sets me up to do my job very well. That's not the case everywhere. Sometimes you'll have one special education teacher spread through like 50 kids, which is a nightmare.
What's your ratio?
16 are on my caseload.
Okay.
I write 13 IEPs a year. I'm given entire Mondays as sped planning days to work through all of my paperwork. So I rarely feel like I'm drowning.
Does your disability change the way you approach teaching special ed?
That's why I went into teaching special ed. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to know what has influenced what exactly, but I just know that when I had an IEP growing up, there were teachers that treated me like I was stupid or couldn't do certain things or would talk down to me, and I didn't like how that felt. So when I was considering going into being a teacher, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a special education teacher because I want to pour back into my own community and help kids see themselves in me even if they don't have one eye, and really know they have someone in their field cheering them on that like gets it, has struggled, has cried in a class before during a quiz because they were frustrated.
School was always just kind of a necessary evil for me.
It's tough. And I think that a teacher can either make your experience a little more enjoyable or really shitty.
Do you like where you teach? Would you teach elsewhere?
I love where I teach. I feel like I've found the place that if shit hit the fan, that's when I'd back out of teaching.
How far is your commute every day?
30 to 40 minutes.
Each way, 30 to 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's acceptable,
yeah.
I say.
Good audiobook, good to go.
Do you listen to audiobooks?
Mm-hmm. I don't like actually reading.
Oh.
I'm bad at it.
Is that because of your eye?
Mm-hmm.
It is?
It can't track in a straight line very well.
That's interesting.
I got to do the finger reading or put the paper down as I go.
Is there a way that we could design a book that would be easier for you to read? Is there a way that the words could be written? Or is there a computer screen that would be easier?
Bigger text, but also, again, had my special education teachers when I was younger taught me accurately how to manage that. I wouldn't struggle as much as an adult, but they phoned it in quite a bit.
I know. I'm just trying to think if we could come up with some software on a computer that would be this is actually how your eye would process things at a quicker rate.
I wouldn't know.
I'm
Just
gonna
like
get on that. I'm gonna
one
work on
long
Get
that.
on that.
line.
One long line.
One long.
Yeah.
Right.
Gosh, I feel like I started tripping out on that too.
No, but it's gonna go fast. It's gonna fly by. Do you hang out in the lounge? What's going on in there? Do you like your teachers, your coworkers?
Yeah.
Is it a group? Is it fun?
There's tighter knit inner circles of people that hang out more outside of work, but honestly, we keep pretty dang busy. So it's you see each other in passing when grabbing a coffee, someone's running off Prince, you get the how was the weekend? And I'm tired, and then, proceed.
Has Trump fixed our education system?
No, the reason why we lost 2 sped teachers because of the budget cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think of Linda McMahon?
I think she should stick to TV.
Is that what she does? I don't want her on TV either.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tosh Show.
You guys know I love bidets. I've given Tushy as a gift in the past. Eddie, you got a Tushy?
Yeah.
Whether you're shopping for a bro, CEO, daddy, activist, or someone who lights their farts on fire, give the gift that refuses to pick a lane. The Tushy bidet. Eddie, did you write that?
Nope.
That's what Tushy actually wanted me to say?
Yep.
Oh, they are wild. Every Tushy bidet easily attached to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing. Installation is simple and takes about 10 minutes to complete. Yours got hot water?
No, I don't have it hooked up.
No, it doesn't. They're even better now with more features like a built-in air dryer. Yours doesn't have an air dryer, does it? No. The new one is called the Tushy Wave. It instantly modernizes your daily routine and bathroom with a super sleek seat plus 2 separate front and rear nozzles for the most complete clean. Remember, a-hole is only a naughty word if you wipe. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when using code TOSH at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code TOSH. This year I tried to skip the panic of trying to pick out gifts and gave everyone an Oriframe. It's hard to find a gift for people you're closest to. That's one of the big reasons I'm close to nobody. I don't want to know what they like. That's why the Oriframe is perfect. Everybody loves pictures. I take so many pictures of my kids these days that this Oriframe is the perfect way to share them with my parents and in-laws. Otherwise, when I see them, I have to show them on my phone, and these are old people. So now I got to scroll past, and then, of course, they oh, it's that photo. And I was like, that's my wife. Anyway, you don't want Oriframe. I can just pick which photos they get to see. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code TOSH at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code TOSH. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Tosh Show.
Do you think kids are okay in general, or do you think we're all going to hell in a handbasket?
I think it's alarming when a lot of high schoolers can't read properly. It's a lot, and there's only so much intervention that can support when a child's reading level is many grades below, and not just on my caseload. We're not talking about students with disabilities, across the board.
Right, because
It's alarming.
we constantly just keep lowering the bar instead of making kids have to do more education. It's well, if they can't read, let's just lower the bar even more.
Yeah. Or they do 2 weeks of summer school and then you pass them anyway.
You're supposed to just pass kids, aren't you?
Yes, they make it very hard to not. I think in the many years I've taught at this school, we've only retained 1 student, and it was only for 1 subject, and that was it. But it's very challenging too in the documentation, and parent has to approve as well. But yeah, No Child Left Behind impacted a lot of reading levels.
I think what we need to do is implement a Billy Madison rule that every 5 years you have to go through all 12 grades in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Thank you. That'll be a part of my agenda.
There we go.
Is your class an easy class to cheat in?
No, I've got Go Guardian. I just lock their screens and then they can't cheat.
What about kids in using like AI and ChatGPT to do all their papers? Is this just the way of the world now?
They try to push it, but there's also like Go Guardian that can block websites they can access. However, we do have one of the last units we do teaches kids how to use AI properly because they're going to try to use it and we don't want them to use it stupidly in college. And one of the last things we teach the 11th graders before shoo-shooing them onto the 12th grade is a little mini unit on AI as a tool in the classroom for kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do juniors rule?
Yeah, I think they're the best grade to teach. They don't have senioritis, you know.
I've always said juniors rule.
They're fun. It's a good batch of babies.
Sophomores.
Those are the tough ones.
I hate them.
They're too comfy.
They think just because they're not the lowest on the rung that they're important, but they're not. Do you guys have to have shooter drills?
Every year.
Every year, just once a year?
Yeah, and anytime there's a school shooting, we usually have a little like debrief at the beginning of class going over procedures and...
When these tragedies inevitably continue to happen and then people start floating ideas, well, we're going to start arming our teachers. What goes through your brain at that point?
You just don't want a gun in the classroom. If anything, I do think that having the scanner when people come in so that they can't enter in without whatever, to me that's significantly more effective than having a gun in a lockbox under a desk that now is a looming threat to the kids, or maybe having like retired veterans like volunteering and they're trained for XYZ.
What about
there's other
one
ways.
live grenade in your desk drawer?
Just like ready to go.
Just one grenade. You have a grenade in a drawer. I feel like I would be comfortable with that. Like, okay, I know how this works. Something bad happens. Kids are in the hallway. That's on them.
Oh, Lord.
Just open the door, roll it out there. I don't know what the fix is for that.
Maybe not a grenade.
No, not a grenade.
Not a grenade.
You got one of those emergency showers in your classroom? I always like those in the science labs with the big ring, the metal ring.
We got an emergency poop chute.
What's that?
A bucket.
What?
With a modesty screen.
Is that just somebody has to emergency poop?
In case there's a shooter. They gotta poop.
What?
I mean, if you're trapped in your classroom.
Are you talking about if you're locked in the classroom?
And someone's got the poopy doopies. You gotta
What? The poopy do? Is
Like
that
the
new
anxious-
slang? Is that the slang? Is that what kids are saying?
the anxious shits. I don't know.
Yeah. Huh. And it's never been used?
Oh, it's been used before. You retire the bucket once it's used.
But you've seen it used?
Not me. Another teacher, there was a shooting outside the school and they were on lockdown for like 6 hours. Most people just held.
Yeah.
But someone couldn't. And the
That's
poop
you,
chute
Daniel.
was...
I don't know that it
was
would be me. I don't know that would have been me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I might have just taken my chances and been like a hero and sort of, stormed
Run to the bathroom.
stormed the castle. I don't know.
After lunch,
No,
I
it's-
feel like you're...
It's nightmare fuel stuff.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is that type of stuff that happens, and even the anxiety that yearly preparation, is that enough to make you go, I don't want to do this?
It makes me think about it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's why... I mean, I get police being afraid of dying at their job. Why should a teacher and kids?
Exactly
That's crazy.
that's where I'm at too. Of course, the police should be afraid, but those are people
They know
that
what they're signing up for.
Yes, they accept some level of risk.
Yeah.
To be a teacher and have to feeling the responsibility of all these kids.
And when I did teach in a classroom where it was all students with disabilities that were more higher levels of support, I knew that there's no every man for themselves run, go take care of yourself child. It's like, I am responsible for these lives. Like, I'm going down with this group if something happens because they're not able to manage themselves. I think the elementary school teachers feel that same level of fear too. Now, high school, I'm just like, you guys run when you can. You go. You have your phones. Get your people. Go.
Get a grenade. That's we need. I mean, hand it to one of your brave kids and go, here you go, buddy. Do you dress like this outfit today? Would this be an appropriate outfit for school or no?
It's a little short, but I did actually wear this very similarly to work, but I had pants underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I bring this up because I know that you've been told that you don't dress like a traditional teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care about that or no?
No.
Okay.
As long as I'm dressing appropriately and abiding by my school's policy, which even what I show online is more conservative than necessarily what my school would require me to wear, but I know people have a lot of opinions online. So no, it's self-expression, and it models for students that you shouldn't be afraid to express yourself in ways that are dynamic.
That's what I've always tried to tell people, Eddie. I'm trying to express myself. I used to have funky haircuts in high school. Oh, just shave the side of my head.
Have fun with it.
Oh, it was good times. Which pays more?
I make substantially more from online stuff than teaching.
Would you give it up if the money got too lopsided?
No, it already is very lopsided, but it's my passion, and I think it's more important. So I'm going to write it out until I'm like over teaching. And right now I still love it and I'm energized to go to work.
Teaching every day pays around $200 a day. Is that the going rate in Los Angeles?
Yeah, and I'm at a school that pays pretty well.
Am I shocked? No. That seems about right to me. That seems about what I would expect. Now, you shoot a lot of your content in your classrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that frowned upon? Nobody at the school is ever like, you can't do this, or no?
No. So it's always important to read the like school policy around things. And so our big one is no kids and no identifiable like things for the school. And other than that, you're allowed to share on social media.
What do you like to do for fun?
I work 2 jobs, so I don't have a ton of downtime, but I do love video games. And anytime there's a break from teaching, I'm going abroad or traveling with either friends or my husband.
Does your husband have any disabilities?
Not that he's diagnosed for.
Could we think of a few, though?
I'm sussy. I am suspicious.
Everybody's on the show gets a gift. I mean, it's just stuff that I find around my house that I think the guest might take.
If it's eyeball themed, I'm here for it.
Well, first thing I wanted to give you this.
They're so cute.
Okay, but this is from John. Did I talk on the show about the problem, John, or no?
No, not at all.
I never. Okay.
Get in depth.
John, who works on the show, has he thinks he has an orchard. He's got a tree that produces apples. Well, he sent me home with some apples. I was like, oh, this is great. We love apples in our house. And I bit into it, and it was disgusting. Then I handed one to my kids, and they thought it was disgusting. And I'm like, these aren't ripe. And then I started yelling at him. And I was texting him like, they're the worst apples we've ever tasted. We all hate them. The skin was awful. And then his wife starts getting mad at us, saying, well, what is he talking about?
First of all, you kept saying that apples cannot be grown in
Well,
Southern California.
I didn't think this is the region for apples when tasting your apples. They didn't taste good.
Okay.
I was just mad.
Just defending
anyway,
myself.
Long story short, too late for that. But he recently texted me. He goes, hey, I think you were right. I think I had picked months
Unripe.
too early. And now he's bringing me new apples.
And they're good?
I have no idea. I want you to taste it first.
All right. Are they washed?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true.
I want the babiest of
You take whatever you
apples.
want. You just a tiny bite just to tell us if the apple, is it acceptable or no?
I like a sour apple, a little peanut butter, and this slaps.
Those are yours.
I like them.
I also feel like it's a lot of skin. The skin feels tough to me still.
Isn't that where the nutrients is at, though?
I don't care. I just want it to taste good. I'm not into it. It's not. It's a million times better, John. It's a million times better.
I
But
like it, John.
Just so you know that you sent me an apple that was. Go ahead, shoot it.
I like
you gotta
it.
shoot it.
I like it.
You're gonna be fine.
It's wasteful.
Just throw it.
Oh, I'm going to miss.
No, you'll never miss. Good
Buckets.
shot. All right, that's gift 1. Gift 2. Here, I thought you'd like this. You'll do something fashiony with it.
Yeah, you'll see it in a video. I'll make it work.
These are a bunch of fake eyelashes.
Are they used?
No, my wife took one for some Halloween thing, but that's it. There's only one
The
missing.
one missing. What did
You're
she do?
fine.
Was she a pirate?
That was like a Day of the Dead thing.
Okay.
Here, then I got you this. No, I didn't get this for you. I just took it out of my daughter's room. This was like some eye crystal stuff that she like put around her
Wait,
head.
this is, yes.
I figure you can do something.
This is a
funky
win.
with that. That's a win?
This is a win.
Hey!
This one's a win for sure.
I'll take it. Well, the scarf could be a win. You'll see.
Thank you for the gift.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome for all you do. Well, listen, Sunshine, thank you for being on the show. All the best to you.
Thanks for having me.
Tosh Show.
I want to thank Sunny for being on the show and for letting me finger her eyes.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was nice. That was really nice. I don't know if I'm going to tell my kids to knock it off when they're yanking on a broomstick. I'll just be like, you know what? Your life might turn out amazing if one of you loses an eye.
Yeah.
I blinded my father once as a kid.
What'd you do?
I threw an airplane. Flew perfectly straight, hit him right in the eye. He couldn't see for like a week.
Furious.
He was so mad.
Good plane.
It was a great plane.
I'm telling you, man.
It flew true, like just level, just you know, like just sometimes when they glide perfect, a perfect paper airplane, and it just kind of like drops a little.
I mean, he couldn't take his eye off of it. Watching it the
No,
whole
I don't think
way.
he was watching me.
Just out of
It
nowhere.
kind of just came in and got him.
That's the worst.
It was in St. Louis. We had a Cardinals game we went to a few days later. He was tripping on the sidewalk, cursing me. How about you, Carl? Huh? Carl, you got anything to add to this? Oh, no. Did you get in trouble with Sunshine and she told you to put your head on the desk? Or are you trying to sleep in class? I used to always wedge a book here. Then I could lay down comfortably. Whatever. Want to plug our store? toshshowstore.com. My first farewell tour. Tickets on sale now. Come see me in 2026. Come see Eddie. Come see Carl. Come see my wife. Come see my children. Break bread with us. Because like Vin Diesel, you see this new season of Slow Horses?
Yeah.
When the politician quotes Vin Diesel?
Yes.
I couldn't imagine that's what you were going to say.
That was hysterical.
Yes.
It was hysterical. I didn't see that coming either. Also, we have our Patreon page. Patreon at Tosh Show or something like that. Yeah, whatever. Look it up. Let's see. Do we have any voicemails today?
We do.
All right, let's hear them.
Hey, my name's Jody, independently wealthy, live in Oklahoma. I take shameless troglodyte, but I do live in a red state.
Okay. All right. He's independently wealthy, lives in a red state, and he's older than probably what we're looking for.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that. Guy sounds fun.
He does sound fun.
I like that kind of voice. Yeah, I can listen to a guy like that tell me stories.
Yeah, it could be a horrible story, but it's great coming out of his voice.
I like it. He'll tell us about, some things. One time they fucking beat a hooker.
It's gonna be bad.
No, I like it. That guy seems pretty cool. Anybody else?
Yep.
All right, let's hear this guy.
Hi, Daniel.
Oh.
My name's Ashley. I know
That's a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not a man. But I just wanted to call anyways because Amanda's really pretty and so is your wife and you.
Oh.
I'm 5'7". I have a decent job doing like tech support stuff. I work with horses. I'm a horse girl. And I think you and I would get along on vacation. Well, actually, maybe we wouldn't because I also have IBS and I'm also always shitting my pants. And I really, honestly, hang on. I truly appreciate how open you are with it because it was something that I used to be so embarrassed about.
Well,
And I
yeah.
would lie. I would be like, oh, I'm throwing up. And I would make like coughing sounds while I'm shitting my brains out. But I've just accepted it now, I'm a pretty woman who shits a lot. And sometimes can't go on long drives.
Put that on a
I
t-shirt.
will have to shit on the side of the road.
I'm a pretty woman who shits a lot.
There you go.
I like her. I don't know if Amanda's ready to change complete lifestyles.
No, let's throw it in there.
Well, actually, if we had two people that have bad stomachs, this could be good. I could use this to my advantage because now it's one thing when I'm the only voice to say, let's not do this. But now if there's two people that potentially could shit all over the side of the road,
There's power in numbers.
and you throw in my father-in-law who can't control his bladder, we're quite the group.
Because he's all bundled up and tucked in.
I don't know if we can have two people that shit themselves in the same car. We're confusing my kids enough. It seems like too much. Let me think about this one. See you next week.
Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show.